like into the open. The only issue I've got with BPTH up here, and I've still got runners left, but they stop at 383 like you see in the alerts. And that's from a 345 entry. My only thing from here is, and we still have some range. We still have some range, but obviously I don't want to play it up here until we get maybe closer to the open or out of the bell. So I'd have to see this hold up over that 383 out of the open. If it does, you've got range here to 450. Over 450, you've got the range up into the 5s and 530s. So you definitely have the room here. And if you want to keep on watching this off of dips, there's nothing wrong with doing so. But, at this point, I know we've already got that nice play in pre-market from 345 to 415-ish. So I don't know that I would double dip this early, considering the plan is still, okay, let's just hold roll runners off of that 383. So I'll keep the runners off 383, and if we can just set up again after the open, I wouldn't mind playing it, but that's the only way that I would really want to touch it, is if it can hold up again over that 383. So we'll have to see what it does and just kind of go from there, but I don't mind the setup at all. It's just a matter of, how is it going to set up for us after the bell today? And if it sets up decently, then I wouldn't mind touching it again. But that was a super nice play we had on it this morning. Does not really get much easier, and the follow-through on that thing was just insane. So really good sign for what's to come today as well. So top boxes into the bell today. BPTH is kind of like my number one. Obviously, it's the leading gapper this morning as well with 13.5 million shares of volume. There's the 383 breaking. I'm going to go ahead and sell the rest of my runners here real quick, and then we can go ahead and get back to the scan. But that was 345 overall to about 4-ish after scales. GameStop we've got to watch today after Roaring Kitty's post on his massive options position. So definitely want to be watching this one today. It's got range to about the mid 40s. You got 43 over 43. It's kind of a clear sky look, so we can see what we have here. Let's check the hourly and take a look on GameStop. I almost wouldn't mind watching it off of like 37 or so out of the bell as well. Which, on these names, you kind of have to play the dips. So I'd say a max risk on this today off of like $35. I feel like is the best way to watch this today. So if you want to watch this off the dips at the bell, I think watching GME over 35 at the bell, you can try to catch some panic at the open where it starts to sell off and then try to catch a little reversal back up into the mid 40s, and you should be able to nail probably 15-20%. So I'd be watching this one pretty heavily as well. On GameStop for the flush off 35. Now, if you do want to play it to the upside and there is no flush at the bell, I feel like you can probably still play this over... Let's see, how would we even want to play this? I mean, you could probably play the break of VWAP here, which is that daily high back here from the 15th as well. So if you want to play the reclaim of VWAP, you honestly could probably do that. But even then, I still don't love that. So, you'd almost have to play it over 47.50. I almost wouldn't want to play the upside until you get over the PM highs. BPTH, I'm going to put to be determined for now because it did break our runner stop. So, for right now, that is going to be a to be determined setup. But GameStop, I like today either off of $35 or over the PM highs. So we'll come back to that as well. Also kind of a to be determined type setup, but I like it off 35. It's a pretty good look. So we like that. YGMZ. We played this, what was it, Friday afternoon? Yeah. I knew it looked familiar. Don't like it for today too much. FFIE on the gap scan. Again, I don't like that for today. Not much upside left. MBOT, we have gapping this morning with horrible price action and not much range here to its 200-day moving average at 130. AMC, like I said, leave this one alone today. I don't like how it trades. It just trades like, just crap compared to GameStop. If GameStop's going to be the lead runner today, don't look at AMC. It's a waste of time. It trades a lot worse. If it's going to go, it's only going to go because of GameStop going. So just at that point, just watch GameStop. SCPX, no bueno. Costs, I don't love. Costs is one of those super low flow meme stocks as well that goes with GME, and I just don't like how it trades either. Now, keep in mind, too, the penny stock theme has pretty much faded by now. If you look around, you'll notice a lot of the penny stocks that are moving are, pretty insignificant. There's not really much going on in penny stock land. So a lot of the stuff that we have to work with is going to be the better price stocks. And I personally love like the $5 to $20 price range stocks. do so much better. You know, do so much better. So I'm loving it. SMMT I want to watch today as well. This is the big one that we played last week. We did super, super well on SMMT into after hours. I believe it was on Thursday. And again, traded it super, super well after news. I want to watch this today. It was halted over the weekend off pending news. And, you know, I don't mind watching it. I'm trying to think how, though. Let's see. We have the high there topping at 11. Well, you have like 11.95 at the high from news, which seems a bit high. Do we have any range over that? Is it all-time highs? It's not all-time highs because you've got 1230 right there as well in line on the daily. You've also got 1274 from the highs back there on, what was that, Thursday? I want to play this today, but it's a matter of like, you know, how am I going to position myself below the previous highs at like 12 bucks and have the plan still make sense. You know, I don't want to, you know, buy it with no range and just get faked out at the bell. The only way that I can see playing this would be honestly playing it off of VWAP, off of 985 out of the bell. If we open strong on this, watch for dips off of 985 for the curl back up into the 11s and 12s. That's all that I can see on this is watching it off of the 985, or in this case, we'll say 975 if we can use the 5-minute lows. So SMMT, watch it off 975 if we do have a strong open. So strong open, watch off of 975. We got range here back to 11 and 12. Not a bad look. I like it quite a bit. We had news obviously on Thursday. Looks like we had news over the weekend too. We have some really big price target upgrades too this morning. You can see here, $14 a share, and that should help with some buying pressure today. We got Citigroup with a $13 price target upgrade as well. So hopefully we can find them to circle back to this today, but I do like it off VWAP there. If we can find strength out of the bell, just watch the dips. It's good luck. And again, that'll be off 975 on SMMT max risk, which even then I feel like that's a little bit loose, but you know, for now, it'll do. So watch that off of 975. Let's see what other gappers we've got. I think we've pretty much gone through the main ones, BPTH, GME, and SMMT. At least the top three that I really like for today. Now, I want you to keep in mind, too, last week we had a really good week. We had one red day last week. It was one of the only red days of the month last month. And overall finished the week on a super, super good note, with Friday being a 100% win rate day. But if you guys remember, last week was a super, super slow week. I'm talking, I mean, it was miserably slow for most of the week. So if today's Monday, after last week's slowness, I would just go into today with, just expectations that, okay, it might be a little bit slower today than normal. So just keep that in mind. I don't want you to run in here thinking, oh, it's not a holiday week anymore, so I'm going to run around and just trade. And, hopefully there's some opportunity. Hopefully it's a hot market today. So just go into today with proper expectations as always. You should be good to go. All right, going through the final ones here on the gap list. Not really seeing much more that I like, but we do have a lot on the nightly watch list. So honestly, I don't want to find much more on the pre-market watch list scan, because otherwise we're going to have too much and get a bit overwhelmed at the open there. How's the video opening today? 11:31. Big gap up on the video here. And I had the video on my watch list for today too, but the thing is, I wanted off some more pullbacks. I didn't want to play it up to the upside here, so I'm probably going to leave that one alone today, unfortunately. We'll see. But I don't love it where it's at. You've also got the split coming up on Friday. So yeah, it could continue higher, but I would imagine as we do head closer to that Friday date that we're going to start to see it stall a bit. So I'd be a bit careful playing it up here. Everybody is understanding of the whole sell the news, everybody understands that by now. So you've got to understand that it's going to stall before that date. I mean, you're probably looking at like Tuesday or Wednesday when it stops. It just kind of either chops sideways or starts to, give back some of its move from the last week or so. All right, the scan is done. I only found 3 gappers that I really like. but that's okay. So let's go ahead and go through the nightly watch list and see what else we've got. BPTH, I still want to watch out of the open today. Honestly, I might just watch it off 360, 363. Okay, so we'll do BPTH off 363. Pretty much off of VWAP there from the little 5-minute area of demand. And I want to watch that for the move back up into the 4.5s today after the bell. Hold on, let me get everything else here. Nightly watch list, let's see. Well, let me catch up on the chat real quick. Since Keith Gill showed his position in GME, shouldn't we buy calls on GME? No. You can do what you like on it, but I'm not doing that. I mean, you know, he bought his calls. This is the thing, y'all. You are going to be liquidity. He bought his calls last week between the 29th and the 31st. You know, the stock is up 68% this morning. He already made his money. He does not care about you. You know, he did not post that to help you out. He posted that to pump up the share price to fill his pockets. You know, he does not give a rat's behind about you, just like no analyst, no, you know, anytime you see those price target upgrades on a stock, they are not looking out for you. They're looking out for their own money, their own pockets. So take that with a grain of salt. That's all I got to say about that. So let's go to the nightly watch list, see what we have to work with over here. We have quite a bit. We've got quite a bit. We've got ASTS, good stuff here. We wanted to watch this today off of 790. So ASTS off 790 today. Little gap down this morning in pre-market, a little bit, but if we can find buyers out of the bell, I do like it. Harsh truth. Yeah, well, that's honesty. That's how the market works. At the end of the day, it's a, you know, everyone fend for themselves type market out there. So let's see. AAL we wanted to watch today. Do we still like it? You know, my thing with AAL is it always trades super barcodey, and I don't love it. I don't love how it trades. So it's not a bad setup for today, but I don't really want to play it myself, so I'm probably going to leave it off my list. Yeah, I'm going to leave it off my list. WOOF is next. Petco from last week. Never met criteria, but I do want to watch it again today. If it does break over the 410, we have range to 450 and 5. So we want to watch Wolf today over 410 for that range to 450 and 5. We've got INSM to watch again today as well. INSM from last week we did super well on. We played it, I believe it was on Thursday or Friday. I forget what the day was. But I want to watch this one today off of 49.10. So looking for a pretty significant pullback here, with an entry below the 53s at absolute, I'm talking worst case entry under 53. I'd more so like a 51, a 52. Otherwise, you can't take any size. So let's watch this under entry below 53. Again, that is like my absolute max entry that I would allow. FSLR, we played this, oh gosh, how many times last week? I don't even remember. We played it so many times. It was so awesome. I want to watch it again this week as well off the dips. It got bought up nicely off of its pullbacks on Friday, closed pretty strong. So I do want to watch this one today off of 245. So again, another significant pullback here. You know, if we don't get that today, I feel like later in the week you should. So later in the week we'll still watch this if we don't get it today. But and you know, are we going to get a 30% drawdown on this today? I kind of doubt it. So I'll put it on the list of things to look at. But again, I kind of doubt that we end up watching this one today, just because I'm looking for a 30% retracement or a $30 retracement. So watch this off 245 today. And we got the range back to 280 and 90. So 280 and 290 on FSLR is the range to the upside there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to be watching at the bell. And we have roughly 8 minutes until the bell too. So make sure that you guys do take the time to get all your charts pulled up, get all your levels marked up. That way you're ready to rock this morning. If you are new as well, maybe you just joined the free trial today or over the weekend. I know there was quite a few of you. Make sure that you do go to the Start Here channels first. If you're joining here trying to pump some penny stocks, if you're joining here trying to bag hold some penny stocks or get rich quick or make a quick buck, it's probably not the place for you. Day trading probably is not for you either. So just being honest, I want you guys to learn how to trade the right way. I don't want you to come into bag hold, you know. So if you want to learn, this is the proper place to do so, but make sure to start in the right order and go to that Start Here channel before anything else. So for the last few minutes, make sure that you are pulling up all of your charts. Get all your levels marked up. And then we will be good to go here. Let me get the pre-market watch list updated as well. Now BPTH, let me see what the range was here so I can get this all posted for the other people that are not in the stream. And I feel like in this place, you just got to be in the stream. You got to be in the stream. I feel like a lot of people think that, you know, text alerts can replace a stream. It's nothing like it. You know, the speed, the information, you know, it's just so much better. So if you guys ever don't watch the stream and you're like, oh, I don't feel like joining the stream today, trust me. The delay from text alerts is enough to make the difference. All right, let's see. BPTH. We got a range here to 450. All right, we're good to go. So let me go ahead and get all my charts pulled up now. I got the pre-market watch list posted. So let's take the next 6 minutes to get all of our charts pulled up on our screens here, populated up there and ready to rock. And it should be a pretty fun day. We got a lot of stuff to watch. And whenever meme stocks are hot, it's a good thing. We have a lot of retail volume in the markets. And of course, last week on the 28th, I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure most of you do, we had the settlement change. So from 2 days to 1 day. So even more volume there too. So hopefully we can see that start to play out over the next few months as well. All right, ASTS we want to watch. Let's see. Let's get everything pulled up here. And make sure that you do, because I don't want to get into the open today and take a trade and then somebody say, oh, that was too fast. So make sure you've got everything pulled up. We've got about 5 minutes. I'm going to give you guys some time here to get everything ready. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know, and we can touch on them before the open. All right, you guys on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and shut down and get ready for the bell, but we've got roughly 8 setups to be watching at the open today. Already nice screen on BPTH today with a trade from 345 to 420. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a smart day. Be good. Be responsible. I'll see you guys later. Peace.